We have a new king, and according to Cersei, he could be the greatest king in the past 50 years, but I'm going to disagree. I think he could be the worst king in the past 50 years, and certainly the worst king that we've seen since Season 1, Episode 1 of Game of Thrones. Welcome back, guys, to the channel. Here to review Season 4, Episode 5. This one was called First of His Name. We see Tommen get appointed king. We get the ceremony, but at the end of the day, he's just a little kid who I think has offered absolutely nothing to this point. It's not exciting having this guy in charge. I mean, we all know that Tywin is the one pulling the strings, but I think Joffrey as a character,
great.
Despite still being a child himself, he was a fucking evil little bastard, and he had a presence when he was on screen, and he felt like a major character. That this Tommen feels like... We honestly see with Tommen, I feel like we could not see him for the rest of the season and it would change absolutely nothing.
I totally agree. As for Joffrey, it's not just him it's affected, right? Like his death, it's affected everybody that's coming here. You know, whether it's Stannis, whether it's Daenerys, everyone, or the bastard son, no one cares about Tommen. See Daenerys rocking up with her 12...
Bastard as well, like that.
Yeah, but see Daenerys rocking up with her 12,000 dragons and, 100,000 unsullied or whatever. It just doesn't feel the same if Joffrey's not there.
Yeah, you got Joffrey putting out threats saying, I'm going to kill my Uncle Stannis and all this stuff, and then you've just got Tommen, who is very timid, a bit of a coward, just not fit to be a king. Not
he's a child. I mean, I'm not going to go as far as saying he's weak, and he's literally about 10 years old, man, isn't he? My problem with this show is I feel like it just takes the sting out of things. This episode was tragic, I think. I'm not saying it was horrible, but it was just different locations, humming and hawing about their next move, and then we got, which felt like the millionth battle I've seen at Craster's Keep.
It would be like killing off Robb Stark and replacing him with Bran.
Yeah.
And then Bran's going against... Bran's taking the fight against the Lannisters, and just wouldn't be the fucking same, would it?
I know, but how many battles do we need to see at Craster's Keep, by the way? I'm not saying it was bad, but I feel like we've seen a battle there about 5 times.
I think that'll probably be the last one, right? We're in Marine. Daenerys is discussing travelling across. How many men does she need? Could she take King's Landing with the 8,000 Unsullied? And
Joffrey's dead. We're going to go. And then Mormont turns around and says, actually no, because there's a rebellion a couple of miles back and they've recaptured their slaves and the people that stayed, so you might need to sort that out. But then he backtracks, and then she's like, actually, you know what, I need to do that. So
basically all this is
we're going to
you're going to have another season to prevent. So it's... I mean, at this rate, you'd think that maybe Daenerys would get to cross the sea, get to King's Landing, maybe by the end of season 4. But all this is going to do is just drag it back.
Is it wrong for me to think that Sir Barrister Selmy could be dead by the time we get here, and not because of fighting, old age?
Could be.
No, it's a joke, man. Honestly, see, by the time she arrives at King's Landing, I don't even know when it is. Right? Quite frankly, I don't care. But my point is, when she said, see, when was it Daenerys declared right, I'm going to King's Landing? It was some point in season 1, wasn't it? I mean, Robert was even fucking talking about her making a comeback.
Yeah, no, it was pretty much it. It was like early episodes of season 1.
We've essentially, right, we went through Robert.
I'm pretty sure it was in the first episode, because Robert's talking to Ned about how he's dangerous, Ned.
So we went through Robert to kinda Ned, to Joffrey, to Stannis and not Jon Snow, Robb Stark, to now Tommen, and does it feel like she's any closer?
She doesn't feel like she's part of the show. She feels like some sort of afterthought. It's very disjointed.
I feel like we could be sitting around Tywin's table, right, in season 7, and this is her last appearance, and he could be like, oh, did you hear about Daenerys' ship? It sank 4 years ago. And that would be it. And that would suit me.
Like, how the fuck... Why was it so easy for Selmy to get there, but they can't get to King's Landing? That's where Selmy came from.
True. I mean, I guess it is harder to move 10,000 people.
No, I mean, I get that, but still, come on. Anyway,
guys, this season's hyped up as one of the greatest in TV history. We're halfway through. It's had a big death in Joffrey. That's about it.
It's been decent, like, but it's not been, it's not blew me away. Alright, we go to King's Landing. Tommen is crowned King of the Seven Kingdoms. Cersei and Margaery have a conversation. Margaery tells Cersei, not sure what I should be calling you, mother or sister. That's obviously into regards that Cersei needs to marry her gay brother, which I don't see happening.
No.
Forget his name, but I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up dead.
I can't remember his name, but I believe he will end up dead.
Cersei talks with Prince Oberyn. She asks him a favour. She wants him to basically just keep an eye on her daughter and give her a gift from her.
We don't hurt little kids where I'm from.
Unlike here, so we dig there.
And she's like, oh, little kids or little girls get hurt everywhere here, my friend.
Yeah, then Tywin reveals to Cersei that they're basically skint and they owe the Bank of Bravos a lot of money.
How much gold do you think we mined in the last 3 years? And she's like, well, ounces, grams. And he's like, it's the same. 0. Right, I have a problem with this. See this Iron Bank of Bravos? What is it? We have not seen it. If Tywin is wary of it and scared of it almost, I feel like we need to see it.
Well, what I would like to know is, what happens if Tywin just says to the Iron Bank of Bravos, we ain't paying it back? Fuck you.
Yeah.
What happens? Does like 1 million soldiers just march on King's Landing? I mean...
No, see to me, this is a plot hole. Because he's like, oh, if we do anything, see the one brick that we hurt at the bank, it'll just regrow. You know, they'll just replant it, they'll just replace it. And it's like, okay. Now, it's not even like if we don't pay our bills, Cersei, the Iron Bank of Bravos is going to pump all its money into Stannis or Daenerys and overthrow us. He didn't really word it like that, you're right. See, for this to have any weight, there needs to be repercussions, and there needs to be stuff hanging over King's Landing. But there's nothing. It's not like there's nothing. There's no threat of like a famine. There's no threat of like a lack of arsenal, weaponry, armory, supplies. To me, it almost just gave them something to talk about. But he's been banging on about this for seasons. I remember Peter Baelish banging on about this a couple of years ago. So yeah. I don't really understand. I don't understand this, man. My point is, Tywin is a guy that doesn't get threatened by much, right? And for him to be wary of the Iron Bank of Bravos and put it over as much as he did in this episode and previously, I would expect to have seen something of it.
Yeah, I'm just not really convinced, but he tells Cersei that we need the Tyrells. So I say what you want about Tywin, but this guy's got a presence. This is a guy that, I mean, if you wanted to make Game of Thrones better, I would simply say have Tywin in more scenes.
Yep, even his relationship with Robert, which we've never seen once, he puts it over when he has it in conversation.
Yeah, you just hear...
I didn't like when he patted me on the back.
Yeah, you just hear Tywin talking about like some of his interactions with Robert, and it just... Imagining it just seems better than half the shit that we see.
No, absolutely, man.
I mean, isn't that what people want? Characters like Tywin and Robert Baratheon and Ned Stark, like actual fucking men. Who cares about Tommen? I mean, I certainly do not.
Yeah, I just don't see the end game with Tommen. It's like, who's going to kill him?
Bran Stark, Daenerys, or all these people.
I just don't see how the outcome with Tommen's good. He doesn't strike me as the kind of character that's going to turn evil with power. Doesn't strike me as the kind of character that's going to get like shot with a bow. I don't know what's going to happen with Tommen, man. He's the kind of guy to just give up the crown to Daenerys when she walks through the front doors.
Right. In the Riverlands, we've got Podrick. He's now the squire to Brienne. Basically, a guy can't ride a fucking horse. He's a bit of I guess he's turned out to be a bit of a hindrance. But Brienne then, I guess, feels a bit sorry for him and decides that she's going to let him stick around, and she lets him help her take off her armour. Did nothing for me.
Yeah, nothing to me. I killed a guy at the Battle of Blackwater to protect Tyrion. Well done to you. Let's go to the Field of Arryn next.
Right, Peter Baelish, Sansa Stark, they arrive, they get there safely. We get a big reveal here, so Sansa comes in, her aunt welcomes her. Oh, here's my son Robin. You can never call me your aunt though in front of anyone else but Peter. She takes her to her room, and then Peter and, what's her name? Liza Arryn, they start kissing. We find out that they're actually together. and that Liza wants to get married. We also find out that it wasn't Cersei or it wasn't anyone in King's Landing that killed was it John Arryn? It was actually his own wife. She put the poison into his wine. So yeah, a bit of a big reveal there. But I mean, at this point,
When did John Arryn die again? Was it no before the events of this show?
aye. But
So a long fucking time ago.
at this point, it's like, what does that fucking change? Because the only person that really cared about John Arryn's death was Ned. Now Ned's long gone.
Yeah, no, you're right, and that's the problem with me.
I mean,
It's like-
it was a cool reveal, but I just
but
don't.
listen. So John Arryn's dead. You're right. Ned guy took bother with it. Then by extension, you could say, well, Caitlyn and John, not John. Well, maybe John. Rob would take. Rob is leading in his father's footsteps. Maybe he would take exception. They're both dead. Oh, am I? See, say this. Say this gets revealed to Sansa in the next couple of episodes. She's going to be like John who?
Yeah, does she even know about John Arryn? I mean, I guess she could. I guess she could take issue with it because
I think this is a problem with Game of Thrones, right? How many people watching this show, right, going into like season 4, and this scene happens, or even fucking remembering what happened back?
Yeah, that's the thing, and I know a lot of people are going to be saying, "Oh, I know who John." Yeah, but you know what? There's some Game of Thrones fans, right, that read all the books and they love the show and it's their favourite show, and they read up on all the news and the fandom and all that shit, and they might have watched seasons 1 to 3 on DVD before this season came out. They might have watched it 10 times. That's all well and good, but at the same time, you do have a section of your audience that simply just watch the show once, that don't go on the Wikipedia, that don't read the books, that don't go and check like the fan fiction and theories and all that stuff. And if you are one of these viewers that only watched it once, I think you could easily forget. See that John Arryn comment? I think that could have slipped over your mind. I think so much has happened since then that you could forget who John Arryn was.
No, absolutely, and it's just it just feels throwaway. Like, and obviously, like, this Peter Baelish guy can't be trusted. He's obviously, I don't think he's truly in love with this woman. He's just fucking using her, and you know this whole Arryn place. But we'll see how it plays out. Sansa's just a pawn in the Game of Thrones at the end of the day.
3.5 full seasons to find out who killed like a kind of nothing character.
Yeah.
Or a character that wasn't really that important. Anyway, Lisa wants to get married with Peter Baelish. Is it going to happen? Don't know. Lisa then gives Sansa some lemon cakes. Then almost starts abusing her, thinking that she slept with Peter.
I didn't.
Bit strange. Anyway,
she's weird. This woman.
We find out that.
I mean, any woman that lets like a 15-year-old son fucking breastfeed.
Yeah, we find out that she wants to give her son Tommen to Lisa, so or not to Sansa. So there you go.
His name's not Tommen. It's fucking.
Robin.
Robin.
That's not what I said. No, did I say Robin? If I said Robin, did I say Tommen?
Aye.
Sounds similar. You sure? I'm convinced I said Robin.
You said Tommen. Definitely.
Right, well, either way, Tommen, Robin, who cares?
I'd bet the wee thing Peter Baelish gave this guy and he fired it through the hole.
Right, anyway, and then on the road to the Eyrie, we've got Sander and Arya. They're trying to sleep and she's naming everyone she's going to kill. And it's a long, long list. Sander's just like, can you shut the fuck up so I can get to sleep? What the hell are you doing? She reveals, every night I need to name the people I'm going to kill and I'm going to get revenge on. He's like, well, you know what? Hurry up and name them so we can get to sleep.
Surely you'd already know this by now.
Yeah, she's got one name left, and she names Sandor Clegane, the Hound, and he kind of just looks over like, what the fuck?
I think this is embarrassing, man. Oh, I need to name all the people I'm going to kill. It's like, well, she's like, oh, what would you do if your brother appeared? See if he was being fucking rude, like the mountain would fucking snap you like a twig. What is Arya going to do to the mountain or this guy? I mean, then she puts over.
Oh no, she asked what he's going to do. She didn't. It's not like she says, "Oh, I'm going to kill him." It's like
I know, but she's listing all the people she's going to kill. You know what I mean? It's like she thinks she's going to do something, but then she starts putting over. What's his name? Meryn Trant.
The greatest swordsman. The greatest.
Where the fuck did you learn that? And she's like, "Oh, Meryn Trant." Like Meryn fucking Trant, teaching you that, dancing like that, the best swordsman. He didn't use a fucking sword. Honestly, man, this is complete and utter filler.
No,
It's good dialogue.
Meryn Tarrant is the guy that killed the man that she's claiming's the best sword fighter.
Well, there you go then. Fuck, that proves how good they are. Cyril Farrell?
Aye, him.
What a fucking jobber. Either or, man, they're pish, and he's right
Point
for
is,
bloody
Sander was saying Meryn Tarrant was shite. How can the greatest swordsman who ever lived get taken out by Meryn Tarrant? I think Meryn Tarrant would have took out the Hound.
Put it out. See the greatest swordsman.
He didn't have a sword. The greatest swordsman didn't have a sword.
No, but see the greatest swordsmen, they don't tend to teach like 12-year-old kids with fucking wooden sticks, do they? They tend to be like out in the battlefield killing people.
Standing next to the king.
Yeah. Like Jaime Lannister.
Like Jaime Lannister or Selmy Barristan, you know. Like.
Jaime Lannister in his prime is not wasting time with a wooden sword, man.
Did you just say Jaime Alistair there? Sounded like that. Anyway, beyond the wall, we're at Craster's Keep. So we've got the, I guess, what do you call them? Like the fallouts of the Night's Watch, the bad crew. They have captured, obviously, Bran and his wee group of misfits. Honestly, I just don't really care for any of this.
Look, we're going to do the Undertaker, and we're going to reveal the white of our eyes, and we're going to become animals and see visions. He's like, I see a tree, and you're going to burn.
Yeah, Locke tells... Oh, not Locke, the bad guy, I don't fucking know his name.
There's just a whole bunch of jobbers here. Locke does a scouting mission, he returns, right, there's 11 of them, we'll take them all on, let's do that. So, I mean, let's just get into it. Big fight ensues, we then get a fight scene between Jon and the main guy. Jon was actually getting beat here, and this guy's like, I don't play clean. Guy spits in Jon's face, he's about to kill Jon, but then one of Craster's wives, Sissy, stabs the guy from behind. What was the guy's name? Carl. So Carl's using dirty tactics, right? But Jon defeats him, sword right through the mouth. Pretty good scene. At this point, though,
how fucking sore would that be?
It would be sore, but
how long would you feel it?
Maybe it would be right for your nervous system, and you might not feel it, but maybe you would. I don't know. Hopefully, I'll never feel it. Either or, Locke. It's like, right, which one of you wee bastards is Brandon Stark? And he fucking cuts his leg. He's like, aha, it's you, the cripple, because you would have felt that. But funny if he had a good pain threshold, he doesn't. Carries him away, but as he's like carrying him away, Bran, like...
Channels his inner fucking...
Odor. Then he breaks free, Locke's walking away, and then he just snaps like Locke's neck. I think this is a waste of Locke, man. This Locke guy cut off Jaime Lannister's hand, right? He was also... like the right hand man to what do you call him? Fucking Roose Bolton.
Aye.
I think this is a waste. I'm not saying it's a massive waste, and not every like story needs like a nice wee ribbon on top, but I would have liked to have seen this guy and Jaime Lannister like go face to face one more time or something.
Yeah,
I think Hodor killing this guy's weird.
Yeah, it's just so pointless. Certainly could have had a better, he could have had a better ending. He could have gave his death. Someone better could have had it. Someone better could have killed Locke than
it's
fucking...
weird, like, Jon Snow isn't going to find out that Locke was, like, there to get Bran. And, like, Jon Snow doesn't even know Bran was there, so...
Yeah, then Bran's got a chance to call out for Jon Snow, and he gets told by his wee crew, oh no, we've got our own mission, you have to...
It just feels like a gigantic waste of time, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does.
Like, Bran and Jon get nowhere near closer to each other, and they've just dealt with a bunch of jobbers at Craster's Creek.
Caster's Creep? Caster's Keep, mate? Keep?
I said keep.
It didn't sound like it.
How's this sound? I thought the episode was a bit shit.
I'm getting a 5 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm going to get a 5 out of 10. I just don't really understand the hype. I feel like Game of Thrones, more often than not, is pure utter filler. Like, we bash The Walking Dead and say, well, it's just people walking through like this abandoned road with trees either side of it. I think Game of Thrones is very much like that, but the one thing it does deliver on is dialogue. We'll give it that. But there is a lot of people that are shite though.
Yeah, there's some great scenes of some great characters that you care about and you listen to, but there's also some characters that you just could not... Like, honestly, see whenever Daenerys comes on screen, I tune out.
No, yeah. See Daenerys.
I don't think she's ever said anything that intrigued me, or I don't recall. All her conversations are just boring as far as I'm concerned.
See if Daenerys' plan, right, is to go to King's Landing eventually, but regroup and retake over some place 200 miles back. I don't want to see her till season 5 then. See Bran and his wee band of retards with the white eyes. I don't want to see them to season 5, but you know they're going to be appearing left, right, and centre.
Well, I'm getting at 5. You're getting at 5. 5 out of 10, guys. We'll catch you in the next one. Until then, though, peace.